Right here I have the OnePlus Watch 2, and right here I got the Apple Watch Series 9. Two actually very good smartwatches with tons of features, and today we will compare these two smartwatches and see which one is actually better. So let's start with the price, and the OnePlus Watch 2 is only available in one size and two different colors, and both cost the same. The Radiant Steel and the Black Steel version will cost you right around 300 euros over here in Germany. Now the Apple Watch Series 9 is more expensive. You can get this watch as an LTE or a Bluetooth version in 45 or 41mm stainless steel or with an aluminum frame, and the prices range from 450 all the way up to 800 euros. To make a good comparison, I will take the 45mm Bluetooth aluminum version, which comes in at the price of 450. Although the OnePlus Watch 2 does have a stainless steel case, but doesn't come as an LTE version. The stainless steel version of the Apple Watch Series 9 always comes as an LTE. Alright, up to the specs and the design, and let's start with the OnePlus Watch 2. So as I said, on this watch you get a stainless steel case, and a very nice detail is that the case isn't totally round. Now on the side on which you got the buttons, you got two big dents, and if you look closely you see that the lower button sits pretty much flush with the rest of the case. The upper crown is rotatable, but you can't use it to scroll through your apps or your notifications. Also, both buttons are customizable. You can single or double tap the lower button to get to different apps, and if you single tap the upper one, you get to your app menu, or by double pressing or long pressing the button, you get to some of your apps. We get a plastic glass fiber backside and a fluoro rubber strap, which is very soft, not itchy at all, and it has a cool pattern on it. Now overall this watch weighs in at about 49 grams with and 80 grams without the strap. It is water resistant up to 5 ATM, and it has a normal size 1.43 inch AMOLED touch display protected by sapphire crystal glass. Now as for the Apple Watch Series 9, this one has a 1.9 inch Retina LTPO OLED display with a peak brightness of 2000 nits, which is a lot more than the 600 that you have on the OnePlus watch. The front is protected by sapphire crystal glass, it has an aluminum frame, and is also water resistant up to 5 ATM. Now on this watch you also have two physical buttons on the side, which will either open up the Siri voice assistant, you get to your docks, plus with the upper rotatable crown you can actually scroll through your notifications, sport modes, or zoom in and out of your app menu. One of the biggest differences is that the OnePlus Watch 2 only comes with 32 gigs of internal storage, whereas the Apple Watch Series 9 comes with 64 gigs of storage. And by the way, both watches run super smooth. There are no lags or waiting times to open up any of your apps. You can swipe to the next tile, check your notifications, and so on. So spec-wise, both watches are very good in my opinion. But what about the battery life? Right here we have another big difference. The Apple Watch Series 9 just about lasts a day with the always on display mode and about 36 hours in the low power mode. The OnePlus Watch 2 is a lot better right here. With the always on display mode, this watch lasts a full 2 days, and if you turn it off, you can even get up to 4 days of usage. Now, what I do have to say is that both watches charge super fast. It only takes an hour until the OnePlus Watch 2 is back to 100%, and about 50 minutes for the Apple Watch Series 9. Next, let's check out all of the health features. On the OnePlus Watch 2, you get an all-day heart rate tracker that will keep track of your resting heart rate, and it even will give you alerts on your resting heart rate. Then you will get an all-day stress tracker, an SpO2 tracker that will only track during the night or on demand, and as for last, you will get a sleep tracker with lots of stats. It will track your deep and light sleep phase, as well as your REM and awake time. You get a sleep score, it tracks your respiration rate, your average SpO2 level over the night, and your average heart rate. Plus you will get an analysis on how to sleep better the next night. The Apple Watch Series 9 has the same features, but in addition you will also get an ECG function. All you have to do is to hold your finger on the crown for a couple of seconds and you will get your results right away. It will also track the female cycle, and you also have the SOS emergency function in case you ever have a hard fall during one of your workouts. So the Apple Watch is slightly better in the health tracking section. As for the built-in GPS and the activity tracking, both watches are actually very good. The GPS in both watches is very good and just about spot on everywhere you go. If it's in the city, in the park, or in the woods. Plus, both watches will find a GPS signal lightning fast. In the lines there are just about no deviations, they don't skip any sections, and overall I really can't say anything bad if it comes to the GPS. As for your sport modes, both watches have more than enough. You got the standards covered like walking, running and swimming, but also other stuff like track run, ball sports like soccer and basketball, winter sports, dancing, boxing, and a lot more. What you can also do on these watches is once you start one of your workouts, you can always tap out and use the functions of this watch while the workout is still going in the background. The next one is the biggest, and those are all of the features. And like I said in the beginning, both have a lot. So let's start with what they have in common. Since both watches have a built-in mic and a speaker, you will get a voice assistant, it's Siri for the Apple Watch, and the Google Voice Assistant on the OnePlus Watch. And I really like both of them. Both get your commands pretty fast and you will get answers just as fast. So you can start calls like this, do some calculations, ask how the weather is, set timers, and a lot more. Then you will also get a phone feature on both watches, so you can receive, decline, and answer calls right on your watch and talk to your friends. On the Apple Watch you have the Apple Store, and on the OnePlus Watch you will get the Google Play Store, and on both you will find plenty of games, productivity apps, and streaming apps like YouTube Music, Spotify, or Amazon Music. And for example, with Spotify, you can download songs right to the watch and listen to them offline during your workouts as long as you have a premium account. The only difference is that on the Apple Watch you have double the storage capacity. Now on these watches you will get some standard features like a weather app, a stopwatch, timer, and alarm, and many different watch faces which you can even customize on both watches. There are watch face stores in which you can download more watch faces if the ones that you have pre-installed aren't enough, and these ones are again customizable, at least for most of them. So you can change the background color, the style, and the complications that you have on them. And the cool thing is that you can even interact with those complications right from your watch face and don't have to look for the app. Both watches come with an always on display mode, but on the Apple Watch Series 9 you will also get some gesture controls, like you can double pinch your fingers to open up apps, shake your wrist, or clench your fist to scroll up and down and do some other actions on the smartwatch. Also, if you ever lose your smartphone, it's so much easier to find it with the Apple Watch, as it will give you directions right to it and rings it for you, and you get a few other small features like a medication reminder. There's a feature that lets you know how large your surroundings are, a memo, and on both watches you will receive all of your notifications, and you can even reply to those with either a quick reply, you can make use of the emoji, use the speak to dictate feature, or just type your message on a tiny keyboard. And guys, there we have it. So overall I would give the OnePlus Watch 2 the slight advantage since it has the better battery life, just about the same features, at least you got all the main features that you need in your daily life. The GPS is great, and just the health tracking isn't as accurate as the one that you got on the Apple Watch Series 9, plus you don't get an ECG function. I really guess it comes down to what you need most and how much money you want to spend. You will straight up save at least 150 euros compared to the cheapest version of the Apple Watch Series 9. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below, and I guess with that one being said, I will see you in the next one. Peace.